cannot do does not exist. What a Roy cannot do does not exist. My name is Oluwafunke Adese. I'm giving this testimony from Lagos, Nigeria. On the 19th of December 2025, my brother and his wife welcomed a bouncing baby boy. But while my brother carried the baby in his hand, the medical practitioners around him noticed that the baby had difficulties in breathing and that the baby was already turning blue. So immediately they took the baby to the NICU, which is the neonatal intensive care unit, and was placed on oxygen. So ordinarily we felt that within 24 hours the boy would be off oxygen, but surprisingly the boy was still there. So on the 22nd of December 2025, when I joined the 7 a.m. fire prayers, Pastor Jerry made a declaration that every baby or every child in NICU would be out.
Oh, any child in the NICU, any child in the incubator, oh my God, any child in the ICU, let the hand of the Lord bring them out. Right now, right now, right now.
I keyed into it and I believed that God had already done it. On the 23rd of December 2025, the boy was taken for a test. The boy was diagnosed of dextrocardia. This is when the baby's heart is positioned on the right side instead of the left side. My brother collapsed in the process. He was devastated. But I told him, I said that, see, they will take this boy for a test again, and when they check, they will not see it there again. That, like Pastor Jerry would always say, they will check again and they will not see it there again.
Go back and check in the hospital. What they saw before, they will not see it again.
And he said amen. So I kept making that declaration that Pastor Jerry had already made on the 22nd of December 2025. So while I was praying in the middle of the night, I told God that God should please send his angels to go and perform a divine surgery on that boy in NICU. That by the time they take the child for another test on the 24th of December, that the heart would have moved to its correct position. When my brother woke up, I told him that God had already done it, that by the time they check, the boy's heart would have moved to the correct position. So on the 24th of December was when they were supposed to go for another test, and fortunately it was also the day of it was also the mercy prayer day. So I also took the boy's case to the 7 a.m. fire prayers, and I told God to please show that boy his mercy. So they took the boy for test in an ambulance. He was still on his oxygen, to another facility. So, and I remember that Pastor Jerry had also declared that
Dextrocardia, if you are the one, put it on the live stream. The devil is alive. Oh, you know, so let it be reversed. Let it be reversed.
Which I already believed that God was going to do. So when the cardiologist tested him, when they checked, they saw that the heart was on the left side instead of the right side. And the cardiologist tested the boy's heart, and they told my brother that there's nothing wrong with this boy, that this boy is fine, that he has tested his heart, that his heart is fine. So they took the boy back to NICU where he was before. He was still on oxygen. And I told God that, God, you have done this one. You have ruled out dextrocardia. Dextrocardia is a very rare condition, medical condition, that you have ruled out dextrocardia, that you that have started this work will complete it. On the 25th of December 2025, the nurses called my brother and they told him that we removed this boy's oxygen around 8 p.m. on the 24th of December. Until this morning, he's still breathing on his own without the aid of any oxygen. In fact, God gave us the best Christmas gift that we needed at that point in time. So all through Christmas Day, the boy was breathing without oxygen. The nurses were still observing him. Then on the 26th of December, Pastor Jerry, this boy was discharged from the hospital. The boy is with his parents now. He has been discharged. He's with his parents now. He's eating well. He's doing well. He's breathing well. There's nothing wrong with him. He's doing all what a baby should do. Pastor Jerry, this is God at work. I want to use this opportunity to thank God for his mercies upon the life of this boy. I also want to thank you, Pastor Jerry. I pray that the oil on your head will never run dry. I pray that God will continue to bless you all. Pastor Jerry, like you always say, we dey pray, he dey show. We dey pray, he dey show. We have prayed and God has answered us. We have seen the evidence. Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist. Thank you so much.
My name is Dr. Mona. I am making this testimony from St. Louis, Missouri. On the 31st of December 2024, I was in my clinic when I received a call from my brother and the wife. As at that time, my brother's wife was 28 weeks pregnant. So they were at the hospital for her normal prenatal visit, and they were doing her complete anatomy and growth ultrasound. So when she called me, I expected to hear until we are done for today. But instead of hearing her speak, I heard her sobbing. She was crying profusely, and I was like, what is going on? I started shaking. I was scared. I said, what happened? Did you fall? Did anything happen? Are you bleeding? She said, no. And I had my brother saying, can you please listen to what this doctor is saying? I said, okay, let me talk to the doctor. The doctor asked me what specialty I practice. I tell her I practice OBGYN. I do women's health and obstetric and gynecology. So she was free to discuss with me. This is the first, she said the ultrasound. This is the ultrasound. It found intracranial aneurysm and hemorrhage in the head of the baby that was still in the womb, during the ultrasound. I was like, from where? How is this happening? She now listed a lot of things that is going to happen. The baby will not meet milestones. She will not crawl when she's supposed to crawl. Will not walk when she's supposed to walk. She will not do anything. This was happening on the 31st. So 31st of December, 2024. I calmed them down, and as the doctor, because of professionalism, as she was saying those things, I didn't want to stop her, but I was countering it within me, and I was saying it will not stand, neither will it come to pass. Who can speak, say 18, and it comes to pass when God has not ordained it? So I kept rejecting everything that she was saying, but I didn't want her to know because it's against our profession and what we do. I know she wouldn't understand where I'm coming from, so I wasn't talking to her. I was saying it within me. Then I now told them, calm down, come back, and then she also told us that we can go for a second opinion. I said that's fine. So they came back, and we gathered all of us together, and that was the crossover. Here where we are, it started at 3 p.m. We all gathered, and we were praying with Pastor Jerry. And then along the line, Pastor Jerry said what they saw before, that they will not see again.
The Egyptians you saw before, on the sound of your amen, you will see them no more. You will see them no more.
When he said that, I claimed it, and we said amen. And the following week, I requested for a second opinion. We went and then did another ultrasound. When we did that ultrasound, and they asked me whether I wanted to speak with that, because I went with her this second time. I wanted to be there. I wanted to see everything. So as they were doing the ultrasound, I was looking, because I get these reports. I get this ultrasound report for my own patients, and I look at them, even though I'm not a radiologist, but at least I know what a normal brain looks like. So I was looking at the ultrasound as they were doing it, and after they finished doing it, and then I asked the sonographer, I said, this brain doesn't look to me as if there's anything going on. She said, I'm not supposed to discuss this. I said, okay, no problem. Go and call your doctor. So came to talk to us. When he looked at the other, remember, we have prayed the previous week. That was the crossover, and the pastor said what they saw before they will not see again. When this doctor came in and he asked me again what I do, I told him after explaining. He now said that look at what is going on, that he saw that this is the ultrasound, that there is no report there that shows anything that will affect this baby. He told me that the structure that they were looking at is what is called cavum vulgae in the brain. That he didn't see any hemorrhage, he didn't see any aneurysm that was in the first report that the other doctor said. So with that, I was so happy, and we were very, we started rejoicing that, God has stepped in. What they saw before, they didn't see it again. So we continued the journey of pregnancy until the day the baby was delivered. 5 minutes after the baby was delivered, the baby was already eating from a feeding bottle, because the mother, they were trying to still stabilize the mother because the blood pressure, preeclampsia set in. A lot of things, the devil fought, but the devil lost big time. The devil lost big time. I want to use this opportunity. This is the after result. They just got discharged completely, that the baby is normal, nothing. This is the final report that we got. The baby is fine. And I want to show everybody my baby that is saying will not hit now, so will not walk, will not do what babies do at the right time. This is our baby Urena Olivia Walker. I want to thank Pastor Jerry. I want to thank you so much for building our faith, for teaching us how to pray and how to trust God. What God cannot do
does not exist.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And through this after I got my visa in the year 2023, and it was on Papa's birthday that I received a letter from the US Embassy asking me to come for an interview. What God cannot do does not exist.